I definitely think he means what he says, and I definitely interpreted it as disrespectful because, you know, the paying customer matters. And it's something that Kevin Durant knew and was always sensitive to. The dissipated level of sensitivity that he has shown has transpired over the last couple of years. It started with the commercial, you know, the not nice Kevin and what have you, and then it just it sifted from there, and it's become, you know, more consistent. You know, when he goes off on Mark Cuban, when he goes off on the media, and you know he attacks them for being ignorant or whatever the case may be. When he comes to the defense of Russell Westbrook, treating Russell Westbrook like he's a victim, then goes and victimizes Russell Westbrook, and then after doing so, leaves him hanging, and then we call him out on that, but everybody's the bad guy. I think that ultimately the frustrations have brewed with Kevin Durant over the years because Kevin Durant is misinformed. I think in this particular respect, he thinks he's LeBron James. He thinks that he's somebody that's been heavily scrutinized and bothered and what have you. He has a point if you're going back specifically to July 4th, 2016 to now. That would be a point from the time he signed with the Golden State Warriors and committed what I will always consider to be the weakest move I've ever seen from a superstar by jumping on a bandwagon, a championship bandwagon. He's right about that. That scrutiny has been there. But prior to that, I challenge anybody to show me a superstar performer who has gotten more of a honeymoon than Kevin Durant. No one has bothered him. And I'm talking about not on any level, not just about his game, but also about his personal life. We scrutinize everything about LeBron James. LeBron James can't get people to stop talking about him. And because LeBron James has existed, it has shielded Kevin Durant. But Kevin Durant, to me, what I'm seeing is an individual who walks around acting like he's LeBron, like he's the person that has been scrutinized. And it's simply false. It's not true. Kevin Durant was engaged once. Then he didn't become engaged. Nobody even asked him about that, and they shouldn't have, because it's none of our business. There, you know, it could have been issues with, you know, his family or anybody. Nobody asked, because it's none of our business. Nobody has bothered Kevin Durant for the first 9 years of his career. Nobody bothered this man until this man decided to jump on the bandwagon and go to the Golden State Warriors. He is a great person. He is a great basketball ambassador. He doesn't get into any trouble. He conducts himself like a model citizen. His brother's good people. His manager's good people. The people he works with Nike and beyond. He surrounds himself with good people because he's a good dude. But he's gotten sensitive. And that sensitivity has him lashing out and being dismissive towards everyone, including the fans. And as far as I'm concerned, this is the example that has shown it. But it ultimately comes down to this. He really, really thinks that he's on the same level as LeBron when it comes to scrutiny. And they're not, even in the same stratosphere.
No, he's not.
LeBron, you can make an argument, Max, LeBron has been victimized a lot in his career with unfair criticism. Kevin Durant cannot say that.
They're also not the same.
All.
They're also not in the same stratosphere as a player. There's no one in LeBron's stratosphere who's active.
I don't agree with that.
It's not close. It's not close. It's never been close between those two.
I don't agree with that.
I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you how it is. Look,
that's right.
This situation, did he mean it? Is the question. Did he mean what? The first comment? Yep. And did he mean he didn't mean to offend anyone? I don't know if he didn't mean to offend anyone.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
The whole point of that comment.
He didn't care.
Right. Well, and in not caring, he's offending them. And in fact, I think it goes a little beyond that. Look, sport is spectacle. It's also competition and entertainment and various other things, but it's spectacle. Part of the entertainment sometimes is just watching amazing stuff. And sometimes it's just watching a curiosity. You know, Mayweather-McGregor, Stephen A., is frequently criticized in the media, including by me at times. But who's not going to watch it? Mm-hmm. Mayweather fighting McGregor, you going to watch?
Yep.
Yeah, of course you're going to watch. Everyone's going to watch. That's why it's big business. That's why eventually it's going to happen. And what Kevin Durant is saying here is, the subtext is, yeah, I can take you fans for granted. If you don't like it, turn the channel. He knows you ain't turning the channel. Who's turning the channel from Golden State and Cleveland? Everyone's waiting for that. That clash of the Titans is the reason why ratings are up in spite of a lopsided playoff run to the finals in the Western Conference and in the Eastern Conference, although we'll see tonight. Because people are waiting for the championship round, for the showdown, for the trilogy, for the rubber match, to find out whose era it is. Now, to your point about the weakest move ever by a superstar, this is thin, but I think it's enough to cover Kevin Durant. They lost the championship. It's not the defending champions. Yes, he's on the bandwagon. Yes, it was a very slim margin by which they lost, but it's still the LeBron obstacle. When LeBron is crewed up, boy, you need an unfair advantage to beat him. You can say, Stephen A., only because Draymond was suspended did they win. I will remind you that LeBron James instigated. He poked at Draymond because he knew one more technical, Draymond's going to miss a game. And that's part of being on a team. That's part of Draymond's character. He's a vocal leader. He's emotional, but he has to walk that line. And LeBron brought him over the line, and that contributed to their win. It's not like Draymond got hurt. It was a character flaw that LeBron exploited. That's to his credit. That's why Draymond was suspended, if you believe that actually changed the series. So, yes, Stephen A., I see you. You want to respond to that?
I want to throw some inside information. I want to put on my insider hat, if you don't mind.
Please do.
Kevin Durant is playing Game 7 for Oklahoma City. You and I are in attendance. If you recall, I was right there baseline. The game ends. Russell Westbrook storms off the court. Kevin Durant stays on hugging everybody else. And what does he say on the court at the time? I'll see you soon. See you soon. A month later, he's in a Golden State Warriors uniform. You have stars. I ain't talking about Hall of Famers. I'm talking about present-day stars who will remain nameless. I'm telling you what I know because they told me themselves that had a real problem with him going to Golden State because they considered the move relatively weak. Now, they could be being phony because if they had an opportunity to do it, who's to say they wouldn't? But nevertheless, that's how some of them felt. Some people close to Durant that smile in Durant's face that he wouldn't know. But I can assure you that's how they feel. So now we get to this, what we're talking about here with him. And what I'm saying to you is simple. You say, well, he's doing this because he knows people are going to watch. No, Max. He's doing it because, A, he got his money, because he's got the max deal. He's going to have more coming because he's one of the greatest players in the world, and he deserves every penny. Not only that, the endorsement dollars. Not only that, he knows he has cover because he's on a championship squad with an individual in Steph Curry that garners just as much attention as he does. A Draymond Green that warrants just as much attention as he does.
But he's talking about the commercial side of it. When he says the fans don't have to watch, you can turn it off, flip to something else, he's talking about the business of it.
I disagree.
And he knows that the spectacle is such that ain't no one turning.
I disagree.
Everyone's going to tune in.
I disagree.
Secondly, you are making my point about LeBron James being in a different stratosphere than everyone, including Kevin Durant. See, the NBA is the story right now of LeBron James. He is the protagonist of the NBA, the way Michael Jordan once was, which is why when they made Space Jam, all the other NBA players are bit players. It's the story of Michael Jordan against space aliens, just like it will now be the remake, the story of LeBron James against space aliens, because this world is LeBron's. Kevin Durant is a character in the LeBron James story. He ain't the protagonist. So when you see Kevin Durant go and join the Monstars over in Golden State, you're thinking from his point of view, it's weak. Why do you need to join forces to beat LeBron James? It ain't about Kevin Durant. About that, you're right. He's not LeBron James. If he thinks he is, he should be disabused of that notion. His whole raison d'etre, Stephen A. Smith, reason for being on the golden teams. It's LeBron's world.
I'm just addressing and attacking your point about it being commercial. He was addressing the commercial side of it. I emphatically disagree with you. He wasn't addressing the commercial side of it. He wasn't saying that. He was saying no matter what, I got this. I got my money. I got a championship coming to me. That's why he said that. It wasn't because, oh, my goodness, we know you're going to watch anyway. It's because he's good no matter what.
On the surface,
he's good no matter what.
Delve
That's
deeper,
why he said
it's because he knows It's a big deal. Everyone's going to watch.
And also,
Saying don't
dynasties
watch if
aren't
you're
new
confident.
to the NBA. We've seen dynasties
Of course,
in the past.
of course.
And hopefully this one will